Hey guys, I'm here with the queen, my lovely queen Arlene. Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Tonight we're gonna have you guys in our kitchen. Look around. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. See, this is you're gonna be all in the pots and everything. She's gonna have me cutting up stuff or whatever she's gonna have me doing here. We're gonna make something. She's gonna tell you what we're making. What are we making tonight, honey?
We're making chicken chow mein and talking about marriage at the same time.
Really?
We're gonna multitask.
Yes, guys. Even though we're multitasking, we're gonna get into some other stuff about marriage that we don't normally talk about to normal people. But you guys are not normal. You are awesome, and you're blessed. Just like you bless us. We're gonna bless you back with some intimate information, right?
What are we gonna talk about tonight?
I think we should talk about share a little bit more of our life story about how we met.
Can we talk about intimacy?
Uh-oh. I didn't tell her to say that, guys. So
I think we should talk about intimacy.
All right.
Specifically, intimacy in the kitchen.
And guess what? That's a tough one for me. We come a long ways. We couldn't work together before, but you're gonna see us get down tonight, okay? Right?
Yeah.
You love me? She's
sometimes.
Before,
just kidding.
She wanted to kill me in this kitchen. I couldn't.
No.
Well, not this kitchen. We only been here 8 months, but in the kitchen in general, guys.
He's good in the kitchen.
Just do exactly what your wife or your fiance says, and you'll be all right. Okay?
He's good in the kitchen.
Am I?
He's good. You're good.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this down right now, and you're gonna just watch us work here, okay? So you said you told them what we're cooking, right?
Yeah, we're cooking chicken chow mein.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into it right now, guys. Save your questions, your comments, and all that stuff. Let's go. Let's see if I can set this here. Here we go. Can y'all see us? Are you rolling? Ain't funny. Let's see. So let me see if I can bring it a little bit closer in. Let's see, that better? And pull this a little closer. All right, guys. And sometimes I'll come pick up the camera sometimes, all right? All right, there we go. No, I think I need to make it further back. There we go. Let's try that so you can see what we're doing here.
Such a cameraman.
No, not.
Yes, he
totally
is.
Amateur. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Such a cameraman.
So, honey, all right, what do you got me doing? What am I doing tonight?
All right, well, if you can, be so kind as to cut.
I've already washed my hands. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. We always wash our hands.
Okay.
So if you can, be so kind as to cut the rest of these vegetables, cut the tops of these vegetables.
Okay, so I need to cut with this. Use this, right?
Yeah.
And what do you want me to be?
Into the colander. Okay. And just you can cut the tops and let the whatever drop into the sink because we'll drain that off.
Okay. So
we're just washing the vegetables.
They are waiting for us to start talking about intimacy in the kitchen. I don't want to forget about that. So
I wanna ask you a couple questions.
And every now and then, just look up, let them know you're looking, honey, because we can forget about them. Okay.
All right. Well, not trying to forget about you guys. If you guys want to know what I'm doing right now, I am chopping up some cilantro that I'm about to put into my chopper because a certain person does not like to taste cilantro in his food. But I won't mention who that person is.
Really? Okay.
The cilantro tastes so good. So, and I happen to like the taste of cilantro.
Really?
Because even though I'm Jamaican, I have a little bit of everything in me. So cilantro happens to be one of the things in me too. There's a little bit of Spanish in me, but shh, don't tell anyone. Anyway, all of my Spanish family that's out there, salute to my family. All of my Jamaican family, all of my West Indian family that's out there, love you guys.
Yes.
All right, so can we talk a little bit about how this journey started for us with the intimacy in the kitchen?
Yes.
A lot of men don't realize you can develop intimacy in the kitchen. Do you need space? You look like you need space.
Because I want to come a little bit closer to the camera because they can't see nothing I'm doing over there.
Okay.
Or maybe they don't need to, maybe they don't need to. But
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Right,
I'll move all of my seasonings down because I'm not a kitchen hog, unlike a certain other guy.
Don't believe that. It's not true. But anyway, guys, when I met her, you guys kind of know my story. I met her in 2009 in May, and in New York City. Okay. So when I was in New York City, I got my little apartment in the Bronx, and she was living in Queens. 7 Train. Shout out to 7 Train all the way to the end. What is that? Flushing?
Yeah.
And she was living in a huge house. She was renting part of the house from
sharing a house.
Sharing a house, right?
Yeah.
And she would take me in the kitchen, and we would cook sometimes. What we used to do there, because we were so.
It's like a communal kitchen.
Yeah, we were so broke we couldn't even afford to pay attention. We couldn't pay attention, guys. So we would go out, and these were the days where we, we were living on pennies. So we would go out and buy these little chickens, all right? And let me show you what we used to cook on. This is no lie. I used to, look at this guy. See this little thing? We used to cook a whole chicken in here because the place that she was renting did not have an actual, it was, I don't know, several people in there, but it didn't have an actual oven in it.
The landlord refused to put an oven in the kitchen.
Right. It had a stovetop like this. Let me show you what this looks like. It had that, Can you guys see that? There you go. And we couldn't bake, so we had to use this. We cooked whole chickens in here. And for some reason, I had a tough time.
You have to be creative.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Really creative.
I just didn't like being in the kitchen with Arlene. I don't know why. We was arguing about everything.
I wonder why. I
have no idea why. But guys, we've come a long way since then. And I understood that it ain't about Jimmy. I was very narcissistic.
No.
Guys, I keep bringing up that word. Let me finish.
Okay.
I keep bringing that word up, narcissistic. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're just selfish. It's just everything's was used to revolve around me. Even though I was married before, when I was single again, I wanted things to be about me so much where I was always trying to dictate the outcome, trying to control the situation. I wanted to cut up this in the kitchen. I wanted to control that. And sort of, she's a woman. This is like a woman's domain. So guys, you want to die, you stop them from being who they are in the kitchen. I'm just being funny, but when I went through that stage of being single for a little while, it was hard getting around to be around the other woman I was going to be married to. Myself, this woman right here, and so I had to kind of back up and let her do her thing in the kitchen because that's her place anyway. I just had to get out of my own way, and so I love working with her now because she's taught me so much, and she's a great cook. Aren't you good?
Yeah.
So let me get back to work before I get in trouble.
Well, but he's a great cook.
Am I?
He's not kind of letting you in on that secret because he's humble.
Oh, come on.
He is a great cook.
How small these have to be, honey?
But
How small? Because these are already these are the chicken breasts. I'm cutting them up.
yeah,
Okay.
if you could kind of just chunk
smaller?
them. Yeah, chunk them a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And let me get you something to put that in.
As you guys can see, I've learned to kind of just sit back and let her show me, what she needs to show me. Because again, after all, when the food is done, it's all on Arlene. That's all on you, honey. If it don't come out right, I'm mad at you.
If
Just
you
kidding.
can put it in this bowl, I'm just going
All
to
right.
sit it on top of the vegetables
Okay.
here.
All right. Second. And guys, in a few minutes, I'll show you what this looks like up close. But it's going through a major transformation right now.
So
I'm cutting up chicken here for Arlene's next step here.
So the reason why I wanted to talk specifically about intimacy in the kitchen is because what a lot of men don't know
Here we go.
they say the way to a man's heart is to his stomach. And the way to a woman's heart is through the kitchen.
Really?
So a lot of fellas don't understand that if you really want to be more intimate with your wife, spend time with her in the kitchen.
Is that true, honey?
Spend time with her in the kitchen.
Of course it's true.
There's a lot of intimate conversations that come up in the kitchen.
Yep.
I'm not saying that you have to do everything in the kitchen, but there's something that happens. There's a bond that happens over cooking. Cooking.
Yep.
Okay, so
I
for
agree
me,
with
because I'm Jamaican and American, and cooking is something that I do with my soul, and my husband is Black American, and cooking is something that he does with his soul. So because we're two soulful people, there's a lot of intimacy that happens. You learn a lot of traditions growing up in your own personal background and your own family that comes from cooking. And you don't realize the bonds that you make because of cooking.
Oh wow. Why? Because it's cultural, right?
Yeah, it is cultural.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
the thing is that you get to learn so much about another person with cooking.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are single and you're seeing someone and you don't cook, maybe you should think about taking a class together. One of the best date nights is to get in the kitchen and to cook with the individual.
Yeah. That looks good, honey.
even if you burned something or you experimented, there's something about experimenting together and trying and saying, well, at least we tried. Even if you make a mistake together, there's something about that. I think I put this in the wrong pot.
What do you mean? This pot's too big?
Yeah, I think this pot is too big.
Okay, so let's get another pot and see. It's not too hot. Ouch. Sorry.
It is too hot.
That's okay. Too big, right?
Wait, don't drain out the water.
Okay, so you want to get a smaller pot for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, she's right. I learned a lot about her culture, and she learned a lot about my culture. You know. Is that? That's not on. Okay, so we're gonna pour this in here.
It is on, actually.
Okay, the back. Oh, this one's on. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna pour this in here.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. Second. All right. Was that too much water, or do you want to pour it
Nope, just the right amount.
Right.
We want to boil up.
in? Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna let. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
So we got this here. We didn't forget about you guys. Hang on. Got this here. What else? I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah. Pretty
Single
much.
page? Okay.
Pretty much.
So let me see
So-
this. Oh, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were saying.
No,
let me.
you finish.
No, I was gonna say.
I'm learning to draw back, guys, because I don't want her to lose her train of thought. Go ahead, baby.
Well, I was just gonna say that there's a lot of things that you learn about a person when you cook with them. There's a lot of cultural things that you learn. There's a lot of things that you learn about the way they grow up, their thought process. There's a lot of things that you learn just through cooking.
Yes.
Take it away, honey.
Yeah. I would say this, that cooking together is to me, it's a form of healing. It's a healing mechanism, you know, for communication, and you can see the person's body language. You can see something more about how they grew up. You know, it is really helped our relationship. What are you gonna say?
Nothing. I'm
Okay.
just gonna get a piece of onion.
Go right ahead. Be my guest. So I learned so much about her culture, and learned to respect her culture more than watching a television program about, the country of Jamaica. That watching television about a country doesn't do it justice. You need to really go there, or you need to marry somebody from that country. You get to see, really, right? So I didn't understand jerk chicken and curry chicken and all these other things. Because I can cook these things now. I can't cook them like her, but I didn't know how good and how rich they were. All the things they put in those Caribbean dishes, and I just had a profound effect for the people in the culture at a higher level than just when I just heard about it. And I became a man, and I started dating. When I went to college, I started dating all types of women I was dating, but I didn't meet Arlene until 2009. I'm 46 right now, so, I'm telling on myself, but I didn't always understand the culture like I do now. And so when I have, we go to meet her, when I first met her parents, I saw how rich they were with culture and how they took pride in when they have certain gatherings together and they cook all these awesome foods. Her mom was the very best, Delia Chambers, rest in heaven. She could make these cakes, these rum cakes, and I've yet to find someone who can do it as good as her. But it says so much about her culture and how much she took pride in it. So I will tell you this: me as a black man in America, we're big on soul food, right? I grew up in the country. I grew up in Lake Butler, small town. Most of you never heard of it, but it's a small town just below Lake City and right next to Gainesville, maybe 30 miles from Gainesville, Florida, and just above, about an hour and a half above Orlando. Small town, maybe 2,000 people, but it's very rich in culture. I mean, my grandfather, you guys know that he was my mentor. He had 17 kids. He was married to a woman, an amazing matriarch. I still respect her today, even though she's with the Most High. Her name is Amitha Williams, and she could cook anything from scratch. So when it came to all kind of pies and stuff like that, she could make pies. I'm talking like we would go out and pick beans and berries and pick berries from the trees. Come back home, she would make blackberries. She would take blackberries and make blackberry doobie. That's the name of the dish. Tastes better than peach cobbler, man. It was awesome. So fried chicken. Okay, we cook it the right way. We don't burn chicken in the South, all right? So but no, seriously, if you burn chicken, I know you're not from the South.
Sorry,
Okay?
guys.
Go ahead, finish up, honey. So, collard greens and cornbread and all these things that are rich for us as a people, our culture. I learned to really respect who I was as a man, as a black man. And when I met my wife, we just worked together.